Hello, Upper Darby Class of 2020. My name is Annie Lolliger, and I'm the president of the Class of 2016. Our class hopes you are doing well under the current circumstances. Since the situation may have limited your resources in your post-high school graduation decision, we as a class want to donate our time. This video is a compilation of how we came to our decision for our school and our major, in addition to our personal experiences on our campuses and things we wish we had known when we were in your shoes. Once a Royal, always a Royal, and we want to give back to the community that gave so much to us. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Benjamin Waldman. I'm a writing for film and television major at the University of the Arts.
Hi, I'm Katrina. I go to Westchester University for music education.
Hi everyone, I'm Sammy Niagara, a senior at Penn State. So I actually did the 2+2 program with Penn State, and I started my first 2 years at Altoona, the Altoona campus, and my last 2 I'm finishing up at University Park. So my major is Human Development and Family Studies, and my minor is Child Maltreatment and Advocacy Studies.
Hey seniors, my name is Despina Nakos, and I am a senior physics major at University of the Sciences.
Hi class of 2020. My name is Evie Shanefield, and I'm a 2016 graduate of Upper Darby. I currently am a senior at Rider University studying elementary education and psychology with a minor in special education.
Hey UD class of 2020, my name is Erin and I'm a senior nursing major at DeSales University.
Hi, my name is Kristine Tassanapark and I'm a graduating senior of the Temple University BSN program.
Hi everyone, my name is Tirado. I'm a broadcast and political science major at Syracuse University.
Hi guys, my name is Poushali or Posh, and I graduated in 2019 with a BS in meteorology from Millersville University.
Hi, my name is Tangent Twinkle. I'm a senior journalism student studying at Temple University.
Hi, graduating class of 2020. My name is Erin Simonson. I am going to be a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh with a Bachelor of Science in Applied Developmental Psychology, and I'm doing one more year of grad school for my Master's of Early Education Pre-K to 4 and a Master's of Special Education K to 8.
Hi everyone, my name is Diane Portugal. I'm studying physics with a minor in architecture at Syracuse University, and I'll be starting a master's in landscape architecture in the fall.
Hi, if you're watching this, my name is Maria Demento. I am a Upper Darby High School class of 2016 graduate, and I will be a class of 2020 graduate from Temple University. Major is advertising, and I have a minor in theater as well.
My name is Avery Leach, and I am a sophomore theater major at Temple University, and I previously went to Fairleigh Dickinson University in New Jersey.
Hey there, class of 2020. I'm Diamond Tucker from the class of 2016, and congratulations on surviving high school. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about my journey after high school in hopes that it can shed some light on yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Eric Williams. I am currently a rising senior at Westchester University, and I have a major in psychology and a minor in criminal justice.
Hi everyone, I'm Jolly Janae, and also known as Jolly, and I'm the class of 2016. I was currently attending Westchester University and I'm graduating in May. My major is business management, and I have 2 minors in business law and HR management.
Hello everybody, my name is Kyle Johnson. I'm a senior at St. Joseph's University, and I'll be graduating in the next few weeks with a degree in business administration, and my majors for that were accounting and finance.
Hi guys, my name is Rachel Staico, and I am a graduating senior at Temple University. My major there was media studies and production, and my minor was in creative advertising. And in the fall, I will be pursuing my master's degree in post-production editing at London South Bank University in London, England.
Hi, my name is Sylvia Cong. I am a senior at Drexel University. I graduate in June 2021. My major is marketing. I chose marketing because I really wanted to do a lot with social media and advertising.
Well, I always knew I wanted to go into the medical field because I wanted to change people's lives. As cliche as that sounds.
The reason why I decided to study physics was actually Mr. O'Hara's Physics 2 class. I loved how we were able to take simple equations and apply them to real-world problems and find out answers.
I chose nursing because I always said that I wanted to be a nurse ever since I was a little girl. I was always in and out of the hospital, and I had such great nurses, so I always knew that's what I wanted to do.
As far as why I chose teaching in general, I just really have always had a passion for it, and it really took me, I think, going to college and realizing that these other majors weren't fitting. and just realizing I really love working with kids and teaching, and so that's why I did it.
I would say I was very lucky in that I knew from a young age what I wanted to do. I was always writing short comic strips and making short films with my friends, so my future was laid out for me when it came to that.
When I was applying for colleges, I originally thought I wanted to be a mechanical engineer. However, after taking AP Physics my senior year, I personally did not feel confident in my abilities to become an engineer. With this in mind, I applied for a 3-2 program with Susquehanna University. A 3-2 program starts you off at a liberal arts college for 3 years in a major that you can apply to engineering if you continue on. With this in mind, I started off as a math major, but used my freshman year to explore different potential options that I might want to pursue. I also used that time to become involved in a lot of clubs and activities to help develop myself in terms of personal skills as well. Majors I explored were economics, computer science, sticking with math, but as a math major, I still had to take a physics class my freshman year. With my very low confidence, I entered my class and actually found that I was much better prepared than I anticipated. Upper Darby helped me build a strong foundation in excelling in classes. My professor picked up on this and pulled me aside a couple weeks in and convinced me to become a physics major.
I actually applied to college undecided, like I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I ended up picking physics by the end of my freshman year because a physics grad student actually gave me this piece of advice that when you study physics, you kind of gain these really fine-tuned problem-solving skills that can be really applied to anything, anywhere you go. And me being the super indecisive person that I was, that sounded pretty great to me.
I have always been creative and I have always been in love with the arts. And so instead of college, I actually took an alternative path and I moved to Los Angeles to go to acting school.
So I chose my major because I always wanted to do social work, although Penn State does not offer a social work program, so human development and family studies is the closest thing to that. What led me to my minor is I wanted to be able to work with children and for children.
In terms of my major, I actually was undeclared my first 2 years at Temple, meaning I didn't know what I wanted to major in, so I kind of just went the undecided route, went in different classes that I thought would be interesting, and then made my choice based off of that.
Business really I selected because of my experience at Upper Darby with the business classes. I had taken personal finance, business law and management, the accounting programs, and I loved the network that I developed with the teachers there in the program and learning about their careers and experiences prior to becoming teachers at Upper Darby and in those classes. So because of that, I became very interested and decided that I wanted to apply to business schools.
Psychology was one of my favorite classes in high school. I really enjoyed the subject, learning the different things. So being as though that was one of my favorite subjects, I wanted to take that field a little bit further and study different things about it in college.
As a junior and a senior at Upper Darby, I was a part of the broadcast journalism program. This is where I learned first how to edit and how to film video and all of that stuff that would soon become my chosen career path, and I don't think that I would be on the same route that I am today if it wasn't for Upper Darby.
I did that PFE hospital experience at DCMH, and being able to shadow nurses there and just see what their day-to-day lives are like, I wanted to be a part of that.
During my senior year of high school, I took a class called Broadcast Journalism, and I absolutely fell in love with it because I got to interview guests on the show, and interacting with guests was the best part of journalism, and basically getting to hear their stories.
At Upper Darby, I was super involved in the music department and athletics. I was in concert band, orchestra, string ensemble, wind ensemble, and I also played on the women's volleyball team at Upper Darby. And it actually was volleyball which helped me pick Rider University. I had the opportunity to play NCAA Division I volleyball at Rider, which is ultimately what helped me pick my school. But I also picked Rider because of the education department. At Upper Darby, I interned at the kindergarten center through the PFE program, and that really helped me recognize that I wanted to be a teacher and really helped me pick my major.
I did a lot of plays and a lot of theater and music during high school. So that ended up being what I went with. I initially applied to most of my schools, and even my dream school, as a marketing major. Most of my schools were local, and so it was really comfortable. It was things I knew I could do well, and things I knew I'd be able to navigate. Areas, career, etc. But I ended up deciding the one school that was a bit further away, and the one school that I applied to as a theater major. And taking that path and really taking that leap and knowing that I was going to attempt doing something I'm very passionate about helped inform a lot of my decisions and really has made it an enjoyable experience for me.
I've actually always known that I wanted to study meteorology since I was a kid. So I applied to a bunch of so-called good meteorology schools, and funny enough, Millersville was actually my last choice. I decided to go there at the end for financial reasons, but it actually ended up being the best decision that I could have made for my whole career.
UArts is what really amplified those abilities. When I found out that you didn't have to take gen ed courses like math or science, which I was terrible at, and you could just focus on your career, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. So I was a shoo-in for that possibility.
So I pretty much always wanted to go to Penn State, but what really drew me in was a strong sense of school pride and being a part of a big community again, similar to Upper Darby. I was disappointed when I got accepted to Altoona and not University Park, but my feelings quickly changed after I got to Altoona, and I loved every second of going there.
I realized that Fairleigh Dickinson, while it is great for some people, was not offering me what I thought I needed in education. I learned the kind of learner that I am, I learned the kind of school that I like to attend, I learned the kind of demographic that I like, and Fairleigh Dickinson didn't offer all of that, but I found that Temple did, so I made the switch. I transferred.
I chose Westchester because it has a really strong education and music program, so I was able to join a lot of different ensembles and learn about music in different ways. I also really like the campus because it's not too far from my home, and also because of the large student population. So it was really similar to Upper Darby, where it was a lot of students and I got to know a lot of people.
I chose Youth Sciences because it's a small community the size of Upper Darby High School as a whole, so all grades, and I knew I wanted to keep that tight-knit community throughout college as well.
I spent 2.5 years at Delaware County Community College. After spending my time there, I did get my associate's degree in science, psychology major, and the great thing about Delaware County and Westchester University is that they have a program where you can transfer literally almost every single one of your credits over to there because of how closely affiliated the two institutions are. So that was really, really helpful when it came to me transferring my credits. I chose Westchester for the rest of my college experience to go for my bachelor's because I've visited there many times to see my friends, to go to different events that are out there. And the one thing I really did like about it was that it was far enough away from home, but close enough home to the point where it's not like a really big commute just to travel back and forth between where I'm currently living at and where Westchester is.
The reason why I went to Temple was that it was one of the best journalism schools, and it was one of the best decisions I made.
The reason I chose to go to the University of Pittsburgh was because I wanted to get out of the Philadelphia area, but I still wanted to have a urban school in an urban environment and in-state tuition, and the only other city in the state of Pennsylvania is Pittsburgh with colleges. So I went to go look there, and I really just fell in love with Pitt. Pitt had an urban environment, and then it also had like a park, so if you wanted to get away from that part of the campus, you were able to do that. And yeah, that was really important to me, and I just really fell in love with it and the people and the scenery.
What I really liked about Temple is that their passing rate for the NCLEX is through the roof. It's like 98-99%, which is basically everyone. And I love that it was in the city because I got to experience my clinicals in a city hospital, which is a lot more fast-paced than like a suburban hospital, and I thought it would be an easier transition to go from a city hospital to suburban than vice versa. And what appealed to me about Temple versus my other top schools is that Temple felt the most familiar. It felt the most like home. This is gonna sound corny, but what I loved about Temple is that it felt like Upper Darby because it was huge. It was so diverse, and I just love being a part of that multicultural community.
I decided that I wanted to stay close to home. That was just a personal preference of mine. So I looked at universities such as Westchester, Arcadia, St. Joe's, and of course Temple. What the difference was for me between Temple and all the other schools was when I took my tour, I immediately felt like I was at home. I felt like I could definitely see myself there, like making memories, and like it just kind of clicked, and I just had that feeling above all the other schools that I had visited.
After 3 years, I got accepted to Columbia University, where I'm finishing a degree in civil engineering.
I chose Temple University for my undergraduate degree as it was my top choice school at the time. It was one of the best in the area for the program that I wanted to go into, as well as I didn't want to be too far away from home as I had to do things like work, and I wanted to still have the opportunity to see my family whenever I wanted to.
I applied to schools like University of Penn, St. Joe's, Villanova, Temple. These are all great places with awesome business schools. And of the bunch, the ones that I were accepted to, St. Joe's ended up being the most affordable option because of the financial aid and scholarships and grants that I was able to secure with selecting St. Joe's. So that's ultimately why, because of their great business school and because it was financially affordable.
If I could give my high school senior self some advice, I'd say to relax and not stress yourself out. It is such a stressful time with so many new changes, but really enjoy what's going on in the moment right now, and what's meant to be will be.
I think I would tell my high school self that, be a kid while you're able to be a kid, because you grow up really, really fast.
Do something that you love and are passionate about, sincerely, that you genuinely enjoy. Don't do something that's just for the money or for the hype of it. Do it because it genuinely makes you happy and it's what you're passionate about.
Textbooks are expensive. Go into Facebook chats of older classes. There's Facebook chats for everything, Facebook groups. I know that seems so old right now, but they're still alive and well, I promise you. So find a class that's 1 year older than you and see what textbooks they're selling. Never pay full price for a brand new textbook at the bookstore. They will rip you off.
It's okay not to know what you want to major in college. I never figured out what I wanted to major in until my second year of community college.
It takes time. It takes time to figure yourself out. It's completely fine. I remember being really stressed out because I was looking around my graduating class and seeing all my friends being able to exactly articulate what it is they wanted to study and what they wanted to do after they graduate, which completely baffled me because I just had no idea, and it made me feel very self-conscious and like I was falling behind or something. But if you feel that way, it's completely fine. Give yourself time and be patient. That's what college is for.
If I had to give anyone a piece of advice going into college, it would be to get involved right off the bat. So go to all of the corny events, get all the free t-shirts, steal all the food from the dining hall. Just get involved and do as much at your university as you can, because 4 years really does fly by.
Take advantage of everything that you have in college, because there's a lot there. Even when it comes to college itself, don't think that if you're a year into one school, you can't just switch up your life immediately and go to something else. You'll see a lot of people in college, or could even be in their 30s or so, or 40s. They could be any age, and they're still figuring out their life too. So don't feel afraid that you've already committed, because there's any number of possibilities that you can take advantage of. And don't feel like you're constricted to just one.
A lot of students stay in state for college, and me going out of state, I felt very homesick sometimes, and that's normal. So, find people that are going through similar situations as you on campus, and it's such a great way to make friends, and put yourself out there, get involved, and give 110% to everything that you do.
Just because a school has a bigger name or a bigger department, that doesn't mean that it's a better fit for you.
Be open to new experiences. You'll meet a lot of new people, and some of you will be off on your own for the first time, which is really scary, but just get yourself out there, get involved.
I never thought I'd be a collegiate athlete. If anything, maybe an intramural sport, but at that, I wasn't the most athletic person growing up. And my friends ended up convincing me to look at the rowing team here. It's a Division I program, and I ended up going into the walk-on process and became a St. Joseph's University rower. So that was a very cool experience that I'll always reflect on, that I would have never, ever in my life thought I'd be a Division I athlete. And I don't think many of the people that know me would think that I was. And it's something that if I had never taken advantage of that opportunity, something that I didn't think I'd like, I wouldn't have the amazing experiences to reflect back on, and the bond that was forged with many of the guys on the teams that I'm still close with today. So certainly get involved in things that you don't like.
My number one advice is reach out for help. Find somebody that you want to emulate, either it's their career or their college or whatever job it is that you want. Find them on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and connect with them. Ask what blueprint they use to get to where they are so you can follow that path. People are really willing to help. It might not seem like it, but reach out to a stranger and ask for help. The worst that they can say is no, and then move on to somebody else. You know, if they say no, find a mentor. The best thing you can do is find a mentor who is willing to help you and guide you through the next stages of life. So I personally like to find alumni from my college. You guys being in high school could do that with the Upper Darby Network. You know, once a Royal, always a Royal. We are here to help.
Keep an open mind and explore other options available. Get out of your comfort zone. You might find something you truly love in a place you did not expect. No matter what college you decide to attend, you can make or break your own college experience.
Don't get discouraged when telling people that you're choosing Delaware County Community College, because as you do your college experience, you start to learn that everyone's experience is very, very different. You know, some people start and they have to take a break and then go back. It's not about how you get through the process. It's all about finishing. So whatever you have to do to finish, that should be the end goal. You don't have to worry about getting it as done as fast as you can, as long as you get it done at the pace that you can do it.
Don't be afraid to introduce yourself to other college students during the first day of school, because that's how you'll make friends, and that's how I made many of my friends.
This is the time for you to focus on different ways to expand your knowledge, different things to research on, different ways to, you know, display your entrepreneurship skills that you probably don't even know that you have.
Keep in touch with your friends, even though you guys may go to different universities and study different majors. It's because friendships do last forever.
College isn't a thing for everyone as well. Like, there's other things that you can do if college isn't really your jive. But I would just say, like, there are going to be a lot of ups that could be considered the best of your life, but then there are also going to be a lot of downs too. College is hard. A lot of personal stuff that can go on in college can be hard too. Transitioning is hard. Making friends can be hard. So, like, just be prepared for that.
I really wish I knew from the beginning that it's okay for your plan to mess up. You're going to have a plan, and you're going to mess that plan up in some way. Plans break, and they go awry, and, you know, you end up in places that you don't expect. In high school, I thought I would be a teacher. That did not happen. I thought I would go into business. That kind of happened. And now I want to do theater in some capacity, or acting. And we'll see if that happens. You know, I'm trying my best, but I might end up in somewhere different, and it's okay to end up somewhere different. So just know your plans, whatever they are, might unravel, and you might find new plans, and things might happen to you in ways that you don't expect to happen, but they're all okay. It's all part of the process of growing and going forward.
People will tell you that high school are the best 4 years of your life, and that's not true for everyone. That's not true for everyone in college. You know, the best 4 years are whatever years that you put the most into, where you're surrounded by loved ones, family, friends, and you're making memories that you want to make, doing things that you want to do. So the best thing that I could say is, you know, there are no goals out of reach. Whatever you want to do, just put your mind to it. And that sounds really corny, and everyone tells you this, but it's true. If you want to be the next president, you can be the next president.
Never take a moment for granted. I'm sure a lot of us are kind of learning that now, because we're all class of 2020, whether we're in high school or in college. I would tell myself to just let myself have a little bit of more fun, because if I knew that my last few months of college would have ended like this, I would have done things a little bit differently.
Go after anything that excites you. College is the perfect time to be independent, figure out who you are as a person, and for me, this came in the form of studying abroad. Studying abroad was one of the best experiences of my life. I chose to do mine in London, England, hence why I am deciding to do my major there. I loved it so much that I actually came to the conclusion that that is where I want to live and move to. I definitely would recommend, if you have the means to do so and the desire to do so, definitely do it. Take that chance and don't be afraid. It was one of the best decisions of my life, and I don't know if I would be in the same position if I had not taken that step to do it.
The schedules they give you at college are so hard to read. Google free college schedule maker and it will make your life so much easier. They're color coded, they're easy to see. Plug in your classes and the times. Easy, perfect, wonderful, use that.
Stay open to what life has to offer you. I know that you have a clear plan and a clear vision of how you're going to get to where you want to go, but life doesn't always go as planned, and sometimes that's the best part. Now, I'm not going to spoil too much, but it's not going to be easy, but you are going to meet a lot of amazing people. You're going to go to a lot of amazing places and do a lot of amazing things. And I think the best part about it is you're going to love the person that you become in the process.
In college, it's really important to join the clubs that are related to your major, because it's going to build connections with people in your field and even offer you incredible opportunities such as funding and possible research, as well as travel to national conferences where you can network with professionals in your field.
Something that I live by that, Upper Darby really taught me is make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. So I know that these are really strenuous times, but you can be using your downtime to better yourself. You can take up a new hobby, you can, learn something from an online class and reach out to people you've lost touch with. Do something productive with your time right now, because when you're going for a job interview or you're moving on to the next stage and somebody asks you what you've done with your time, you can say that you've done something productive.
Make sure you talk to your advisors in high school or in college, so that they can really get a feel of what you are interested in and what you're really good at, so that when it comes time to picking out your major or what classes you need to take or what you're interested in, they can guide you in the best possible direction that they can.
I'd also suggest maybe looking into the different resources your campus has. My campus has a lot for student teachers as well as career tracks. So look into things like that can help you increase your chances of going into the workforce and finding your passion.
The biggest thing that I wish I did leaving high school was taking in as much as I possibly could. It didn't hit me until graduation that this is the last time I'm gonna see these people. And you have the time to change that, to check in on people, to make sure that you leave everything on good terms. So I really recommend that you do that, and thank your teachers, thank your parents, thank everyone, because you really wouldn't be where you are today without them. So it seems like you're really mature and you're at this point because you got there, and you totally did. You should be so proud of everything that you've accomplished. Make sure that you're thanking everyone who helped you get there.
From one class of 2020 graduate to another, I want to extend my condolences to you guys about your graduation. I know that this is a hard time for everybody, and I understand that it may feel like your accomplishments are not being recognized because you won't get to walk in graduation, but I want you to know that your accomplishments are so valid, and everything that you have worked hard for up until this point is still so important. And please take the time to celebrate that accomplishment, because you've definitely earned it. It is something that you worked so hard for, and you should cherish this moment, even if you have to do it in quarantine.
I hope you guys are all staying safe. I can't imagine what it would have been like to have lost my senior year, and I really wish you guys the best.
I know you feel like you got robbed, and you did. You got robbed, and I feel so terrible for you guys. Prom and graduation, those are memories that people carry with them forever. And I'm so, so sorry that you lost that opportunity to really just have that closure. You spent 12, 13 years in primary and secondary school, and you know, now you're moving on, and I just am really empathetic to the fact that you guys won't get that. But what I do want to say is that for those who are going to college, you will get that chance again. You will get to go to formals, maybe not prom, but dances, and you will get to walk across the graduation stage, and you will hear people say, "Congratulations, I'm so proud of you," and it'll be okay. And for those who are not going to college and going straight into their adult life, like, regardless of graduation, regardless of prom, these are the moments you've been working towards. And you should still be so excited. Like, you did it. And if you haven't heard it today, let me be the first to say, I am so, so proud of you. And high school, like, it's not easy for everyone, and you should feel proud that you made it through. It's an accomplishment within itself, and I'm sorry you can't, you know, bask in that glory of putting on your cap and gown and, you know, receiving your diploma, but just know that the class of 2020 college edition is so proud and so excited for you, and we know how you feel, and we're all in this together.
Hope you guys are all safe and healthy and doing well and trying to find some kind of good that can come out of this, and I really hope that you guys can be celebrated in some way, and because you guys all deserve it.
I'm very sorry that your school year ended the way that it did. You guys obviously know the same thing has happened to us as seniors in college, but just be reassured, the next 4 years of your life are going to be awesome. My 4 years in college were much better than my 4 years in high school, and I've had fun and memories that will endure for the rest of my life. So enjoy every single moment that you can these next 4 years.
On behalf of the class of 2016, I just want you to know that we're here for you. You know, from one senior class to another, we're going through such a similar situation. We're spending our last days of school in isolation, away from our friends, potentially missing out on, you know, fun, exciting memories, and who knows what the next step in our lives are. So we get it, we're in your shoes, we understand, and we're here to help.
Should I play it? And that's simply the tea.